welcome to Beyond Transcendence with Andrew. I'm your host, Andrew Wilson. On today's show, I have Bintou Kaba. Bintou is a very inspiring person to talk to. She has a creative mindset, has started her own spoken word album, started writing a book while going to school and doing a full-time job. Please welcome Bintou Kaba. Welcome to the show, Bintou.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me about your gifts. I hear you're high into manifestation. You're working on a comic book. You're doing some art. You're also working on an album, I see.
Yeah. I'm working on the album, a spoken word album, and I'm also gonna publish a book soon. Like, it should come out honestly November 4th of this year, so it's pretty close. It's like a fantasy, mystery, and romantic novel.
And what sparked the novel? What did you manifest to create your novel?
What manifests? Like my inspiration?
Yeah. What was your inspiration?
Okay, so I watched these two movies. One of them is called Wakanda Forever, the second one, and also My Little Mermaid, the live action version, and also the cartoon version. Yeah, those two really inspired me to write this book.
And what's the book about?
It's about a princess named Selena. Her mother, Luna, drowned in the ocean because of mermaids and sirens. And then, 5 years later, Selena grief comes back because, grief goes up and down. And this is where Selena is trying to figure out, what happened in her mother's death. And, well, obviously, I don't want to get too into it because I will just spoil the whole thing. But, she goes on this revenge journey and then she tries to forgive those who hurt her.
Okay. And what sparked your creativity to start to do your book, start to do the spoken word album, the art, the comic book? What sparked it all?
Let's see. When I was younger, 8 years old, my father would tell me bedtime stories from his home country, which is in West Africa. And I guess ever since then, it kind of sparked the storyteller in me to start off with short stories. Then I gradually write novels, like big books. And after writing novels for a very long time, I was like, okay, let's do something else. I did spoken word. Then I'll keep challenging myself to do like writing film. And also I write a little bit songs here and there since songs and poetry are very similar. So
Okay.
yeah.
So did this come to you did you realize you had gifts or abilities, or does this naturally just come to you?
I would say it comes to me naturally.
So what made you want to be on the podcast today?
I'm just trying to gain exposure, just trying to put myself out there.
And how's the journey coming along for gaining exposure?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I'm on podcasts here and there, but I also have press releases. Yeah, soon I'm gonna secure a brand deal. So, I'm gonna have more exposure.
What kind of brand are you hoping to get?
Like storytelling, obviously, but I'm into jewelry. So hopefully I can get some type of brand deal involving jewelry yet.
Cool. Do you have a website? I didn't see you had a website on Podmatch. Did you build a website yet?
Not yet, actually. I'm actually in the works of it right now. So it should come out later next week.
So how can someone find your work if
They can
you don't have
find
a website?
they can find my work on Instagram, which my Instagram handle is BIN number 2 underscore rights number 1.
So what's the overall goal for Bintou?
Overall goal for me is obviously gain more exposure, and I would like to win some rewards for my spoken word poetry. Since I'm working on my first album now, hopefully I'm able to get what's it called a label behind me, and we could I could start my spoken word career.
That's cool. So what's your poetry about?
Well, it means a lot of things, but if you're going to talk about that album, first, it's like my journey to healing, because I left a toxic situation like a year ago. So it talks about anger, frustration. It talks about my insecurities, confidence. So, so yeah.
It's cool. So are you like on a spiritual journey at all or just a life path journey?
I would say life path journey a little bit, but also I did talk about manifestation in my album, so it's okay. So it's like a little bit of spiritual as well.
Cool. So what else have you manifested that you've created?
Let's see. I manifest success, fame, connections, and for me to be more outgoing. Because like growing up, I was very quiet, very shy, very to myself, and now I'm just trying to put myself out there. So I figured that I need to be more outgoing.
It's good. It's good. I'm glad to hear that you took what you learned in the past and you're using it in your adult life because I myself struggled with the same type of thing growing up or as being as a child as well. So look at us both doing something we both love and doing it on live air. So that's cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what else can you tell me about yourself?
Let's see. I am a junior in college. I'm a social work major. So like after I'm done this whole thing to get my bachelor's, I would like to get my master's degree and become like a children and family therapist.
That sounds cool.
Thank you.
And you're going to open your own practice?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. I haven't done much research on that, but I would like to have my own office or perhaps do Zoom therapy with my clients.
You'd rather do virtual than in person?
Yeah, it's more convenient that way, but I don't see a problem going in person for therapy.
Oh, what else can you tell me? What are your hobbies? What do you like to do for fun?
Besides writing, I love to cook. Oh, also, I have like this fashion side of me. Like, I would like to have my own clothing line one day. I talked about jewelry before, but I would like to have my own jewelry line because I designed just a tiny bit of jewelry that corresponds with my album and novel that's coming out soon. So, if I can turn that to reality, that'll be cool.
Neat. Sounds like you have a very brilliant mind. You're just constantly dabbling,
Thank you.
jack of all trades by the sounds of it.
Thank you. I try staying busy. Like, that's just my thing. So, if I can indulge myself into like one of my hobbies and turn that into some type of business, that's like great for me.
Very business oriented and entrepreneur for sure. That's good. So what do you like about being on a podcast?
What do I like? I like meeting new people so I can meet new and different point of views. First, like, yeah, I talk to many podcasters. Like, some are like from what's called India or Bangladesh, which obviously me being American, I have a different point of view when it comes to life. So they talk about their life and I comment on my life and I like seeing the similarities and differences between our cultures.
That's cool.
Thanks.
I like that. What does your overall day look like when you're doing all your wonderful projects?
Well, in the morning time, I go to school. So, I do that. And then afternoon, it depends if I have work or not. But if I do, obviously I go to work. And when it comes to downtime, I would just indulge myself in my poetry or my book or whatever I'm writing. I will do that. And sometimes before I go to work, I'll try to plan out what would I do during my downtime so I'm not wasting any time because wasting time is basically a pet peeve of mine and I hate doing that. So I'm just like, okay, let's just, plan everything out and then we go from there. So, I'll work then downtime doing my creative stuff and then homework a little bit. But if I don't have work, I'll probably go to the school library with the independent um, study rooms and just write my book or just, I don't know, do my poetry whatever project I'm working on, then just go home.
So you're working a job and doing your business on the side and going to school. Wow, how do you manage time so well?
I actually have an app that helps me plan out goals for myself. Not sponsored, by the way, but it's called Planet Pro, where I'll just type in my goals, put in my time that I want to do the goals, and like for example, I want to do my math homework at 12. So when 12 o'clock hits, like on the clock, I'll get a notification from the app to do my math homework. So I'll just do that.
That's cool. So what advice can you offer my audience for someone starting out their dreams?
For someone starting out their dreams, well, I would say the first step is to have a vision for yourself, like a goal. Basically, you could make a vision board if you want. I just made a lot of goals for myself and wrote it down. And of course, I talk about manifestation. I use affirmations a lot in the morning. I'll be like, I'm confident, I'm successful. Me personally, I want to like be the one that starts generational wealth in my family a little bit since I have like a business mind point of view. So I would say I'm rich, basically saying my future out loud.
So that manifests your day and then that helps you to strive for your goals by doing your affirmations.
Yeah. And it boosts my confidence as well. So, yeah.
And how did you come across these affirmations? Do you know about the law of attraction? Do you meditate? How do you know about these?
Mm, Actually, I remember scrolling on TikTok one day and it was like during quarantine, and a lot of people were talking about it. And I guess I got curious because I had no idea what manifesting was. I thought it was like a lying to yourself, which in a way you kind of are, but like you're trying to turn your lie into reality a bit, if that makes sense. So I was like, yeah, let's do manifestation so I can leave my toxic environment and have a better life. Because I'm trying to get a better life because, like, the life I had before when living in a toxic situation was, like, horrible. It drained me out mentally and physically. I was not doing well in classes because of that and increased my depression, sadly. So now I'm trying to live a better life with manifestation.
It's good. That's good to see. So you're no longer depression, no longer in a toxic environment. How do you feel mentally now?
Mentally, I feel better. Like, I also have therapy. I go to therapy like once a week. So it's been pretty good. Mm, I talk about my experience, me leaving in my album. So, that's cool. And sadly, sometimes I feel like I want to feel depressed because like I'm so used to it when I was growing up, but now I'm like more happier. It's like a weird feeling. It feels more foreign to me. If that makes sense.
Totally. Yeah. You were in an environment that kept you down, kept you in a toxic area. So I could totally relate to understanding why you would feel that way because, yeah, it's like a foreign language, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do you journal as well? Do you write journal?
No, I don't journal, but I use my poetry as a way to express myself.
So, well, this has been a wonderful conversation, Bintou, and I'm so thankful and grateful to have met you. And I continue to wish you nothing but success on your journey and much love to you.
Thank you.
And that's our show for today. I hope you enjoyed the message that Bintou gave you about following your passion, following your dreams, setting up a vision board, and just believing in yourself and you can manifest anything because you are the creator and you are the scriptwriter of your own story. I hope this has been a wonderful episode for everyone to hear, and I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day. Thank you for listening. Once again, I leave my email, btwa2024@gmail.com. You can also leave a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You can also check out the YouTube channel, Beyond Transcendence with Andrew. I thank you very much for all of you who have been listening, and we are I'm so grateful to have each and every one of you. Wish you nothing but the best. Much love to all of you. Bye.